That's crazy. That's crazy.
Welcome. Beyond the Diamond Live.
That's
We were
crazy.
ready. in
We
time.
were not ready. That was actually well done. That was absolutely well. That was first top class.
It's years of
Josh
producing on the fly.
sweating for the live show every Friday around noon. Wait till everyone get in. How's the vibes? Little vibe check before we start.
Astros are America's team.
Astros are America's team, and consequently, North America's team, because they won in Mexico. They went into Canada on Canada Day and won, and then defended the honor of America by winning on 4th of July. So North America's team, actually. We should actually make a shirt like North American World Champs. What's up, chat? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's the vibes? How's the vibes? Where are we on the vibe level?
Michael, vibes are very high.
Vibes are high. Vibes are high. Vibes are very high. Welcome to the Friday episode. Live show every Friday at noon for Beyond the Diamond podcast. We're just a temperature. Well, yeah, we're just first before we get and start the episode, we're just doing a little temperature check on where we all stand. 45 and 42.
It's pretty good. Sounds good.
2 games back. A run differential of plus 43. I mean, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping. Call the mayor, playing the parade.
The mayor's got like 15.
The mayor has me blocked by now because
Yeah.
I've just been calling his office every single day. The Astros are North America's team. Astros went into Mexico, won. The Astros went into Canada on Canada Day and won. The Astros defended America's honor by winning on 4th of July on Independence Day. So North America's team, not so much America's team, but North America's team.
And we can.
And honestly, just by like vibes, South America's team too, because of Altuve. I mean,
Sure.
you can just lump in
Got the
all of South America.
Copa America going on at NRG. Like
I was like,
Houston.
some vibes last night. You see that game last
Yeah,
night?
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Argentina.
Messi missed a shot.
Messi, yeah, he's the
I
GOAT.
lost $7 on that, but oh well.
Astros are 7-0 on 4th of July games. America's team.
America's team.
America's team.
It's written.
You have to feel that the Mariners feel like the walls are just falling down around them,
Mhm.
and it almost feels like a team like in soccer or any other sport or even just like video games where you're like just waiting out the clock, like you're playing for like worst case scenario you play for a tie. Like that's what
momentum has shifted.
Yeah,
like in soccer,
yeah.
the ball's just being shot at the net consistently.
shot.
and your
Yeah,
defense
you
is
just
like,
know. You just know. You just know. Uncle Mo's back. White Ranger TX. Where'd you get that Rono poster from? That's on our store, Apollo HOU.
HU.com.
.com.
Designed by the awesome Axel. That is
Yes.
on our site. He made that. For
And
us.
we have that and shirts. I mean, the same design as a shirt.
Same with that poster and that poster and that poster and that poster. How
Oh,
about that?
Craig, you're right. Dubon in Central America. Honestly, just this half of the globe is the Astros team. I think.
Yeah.
We just played a game of Risk.
Spain's up 1-0 on Germany right now.
I just feel like I knew this was gonna happen, I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly. Like, I knew the Astros were going to eat into the deficit. I knew the Astros were going to make a run at the division. I knew that Seattle's offense was a problem. We'll call back right there.
You knew that.
You like that? I knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like 3 guys over 700 OPS.
I can't believe there's 3.
Me and
Garrett were just trying to name them yesterday. We're like, how many guys on the Mariners have over a 700 OPS?
I don't think I could name them. I think
is there 3?
I think there's 3.
I would guess Cal Raleigh, J.P. Crawford.
We'll just look. I mean, it's not J. I mean, J-Rod had a breakout finally, but
yeah, he's not over it.
Also, how crazy is it for Cal Raleigh to a week ago? Yeah, literally a week ago today, Astros lose to the Mets in Grimace. Mariners walk it off, and the first thing he says, unprompted, just brings it up himself. Is it's always a great day when the Astros lose.
Oh, that's good.
That's such a loser ass mentality.
He's put himself into future Astros hype.
Oh my god, you already have it.
Yeah,
I mean, you already have it locked.
And the Astros have lost 1 game since that.
Since then, and it was that just happened to be that day. OPS for the Mariners. I'm just sorting it right here on MLB. Ty France. They have this cannot be right. They have no guys over 700 OPS.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There's no possible way.
They have nobody over a 700 OPS. We were trying to name one.
Ty France 694, Cal Raleigh 672, Crawford 662, Garver 662, Julio Rodriguez 632. Yeah, I'm not worried about them anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why you would be. Their pitching.
Their pitching is very good.
Pitching is amazing. You can't. It's not sustainable when your offense is like that.
I have a question for everyone tuning in, watching, and even for you, Joshua. Is there any team right now on July 5th that you would trade spots with, like as a fan base?
Trading just the record or trading
just
teams?
Just from here, like where you are and how it forecasts out in your mind. Is there any team in the American League that you would trade positions with?
Not really.
I think you can look at every team and be like, they're
maybe the Guardians.
Yeah, but I mean, when has the AL Central ever been serious?
No, I know. Yeah.
No, but yeah,
they're the only potential. But that's the point. Like the Guardians already have a decent lead, and it feels like it's going to be easy for them to sustain that lead. Just they're going to walk away with the Central.
But this is where when you start going, and I put the tweet out yesterday. Astros are 10.5 from the 10 games back in the American League from the one seed.
Yeah,
like the 1 seed is not out of the question now. Oakland, excuse me, Baltimore's
in second.
Baltimore at 55-32. They're up 2 games.
Oh yeah, because
I'm just going to go through. I
looked at it 2 days ago, and the Yankees have fallen off.
They have what happens if Baltimore loses 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 Corbin Burns on game 1 of the LDS? There's not a lot of confidence in game 2 and game 3.
They're going to have to trade for a big pitcher.
So they need pitching and they need bullpen help. The Yankees just show that it's Juan Soto and Aaron Judge and then everyone else. There's a lot of holes in that lineup.
How many guys do they have outside of Soto and Judge over 700?
A lot. I would say a good chunk. There's a lot of holes. Their bullpen is suspect.
Yes.
Boston at 47-39. I feel like the AL East is going to beat up each other. They have an offensive problem. They're playing some good baseball right now, but they have an offensive problem. The Guardians 54-31. The Astros were 20 games below 500 and took 2 or 3 from them. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, they have Stephen Kwan is a Hall of Famer replaced 20 years ago because of the bat to ball. Did you see the article that Stephen Kwan was too good at hitting that they made him change his philosophy up a bit because he was making too much pure contact where they're like, your slugging is down. Like your contact is too pure that you have to,
you're not getting
so they changed it and it's paying off dividends. Minnesota, I think Minnesota's Minnesota, but they're playing good. I think this weekend, obviously we're going to jump into the series against the Twins, but they have to stay healthy. You have the Royals at 48-41. They're kind of treading water right now, just playing 500 ball over the last, I would say, 15 or 20. And then you get to the Mariners, who have an offensive problem, and you have the Astros, who are surging. And honestly, doing this without Kyle Tucker, doing this without Justin Verlander, doing this without Garcia, without Lance, without Javier, without Urquidy, I don't think I would trade where this team is with anyone else right now.
No, I
because the
I think
Central,
you're right.
the Central and the East are going to beat up each other in the
sure.
American League. Yeah. The Central is going to beat up each other the entire second half, and the AL East is going to beat up each other the half. Like, and then it's just the Astros and Mariners in the West.
There's a world where the Astros, like you said last week, take the lead before the All-Star break and don't look back.
I think another hot take. I think the Astros are going to end up the number 1 seed in the American League because, hear me out, because the Central is going to beat up on each other and the East is going to beat up on each other. The Astros are going to find a little strip stream and just.
Who's number 1 right now? Guardians or Baltimore?
Guardians, I believe, just because they're one clear of the loss column.
Oh, but they're all bunched up.
They're all bunched up.
Okay. Well, of note on the OPS,
That's a take.
On the OPS front, every Astros player that's qualified for OPS right now is above 700.
Woo, buddy.
5 of them.
This team's only going to continue. And look, August is going to be a gauntlet. August, get your hurricane insurance in now. August is going to be a gauntlet. It's going to be tough. It's going to be, and literally, it's going to be tough. But my confidence is just oozing out of me because this team's only going to get better. It's going to make moves to get better. It's going to acquire starting pitching. We know. Look, it's not a secret. Dana Brown is a straight shooter. We know if he's saying he's going to get pitching, he's going to get pitching. I'm excited because that only freshens up Hunter Brown. That only freshens up Ronald Blanco. That only freshens up Spencer.
Every day I'm leaning more towards an innings eater. We need an innings
eater immediately. You need the Odorizzi's. You need him on that wall.
You need him. You
want him on that wall,
and you need him on
and
that
you
wall.
need him on that wall. And so, I'm just there's this championship pedigree that we talk about. There's this boogeyman fear the Astros put in. You can't tell me that every single team across this league is like shit. Every single day.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
The Astros are coming. And it feels good. It feels good to actually look, it's been a long run. You gotta spice things up a little bit. Sometimes you gotta play the hunter.
Yeah,
and you can start walking behind.
Yeah,
spice it up a little bit,
It's like because I just watched this last night. It's like in Princess Bride.
Oh,
when Inigo Montoya is he's like, I'm gonna fight him left-handed just for.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry. One thing you didn't know about me is I'm not left-handed. And he started going on. That's
exactly what it is. So, I think they're in a good ass spot. Another series where the Astros take 3 or 4, win another series. We've been saying it for the last month and a half.
Even the game they lost, they almost came back and win.
Well, yeah, it was
a whole different team.
It's a whole different team
than a month ago.
There's just so many little things that they're doing right, and it just feels like there's no selfish at bats in the sense of we're getting it to the next guy. It doesn't matter if I get out or I rip a single, rip a double, or hit a tank. It's just
everybody's wanting to do the best for the team.
Correct.
What can I do to help the team win right now?
When I say like selfless at bats, it's not very. It's not true to like the English language of like, oh, that was really selfish of you. No, it's more of like, I'm just gonna go out there and do my job and operate, and I'm not taking hacks to take because it felt in the very front half of the year, it felt like you were living and dying by the home run. because that was the only offense we had. There was the lineup wasn't extended yet. There was obviously holes in the lineup. It just felt like if we don't hit a 3-run home run right here, then we're gonna lose this ball game. And then everyone gets tense, and everyone's just swinging for the fences, and then you're behind a fastball, and it just you can't play tense. You can't play in that mind state. Well, these guys are playing loose.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot more I've noticed, like takes, like close takes on like a 2-1 count, or even like a 3-1 count when you might want to swing out of your shoes, hit a bomb. But there's a lot more like, okay, I can take a close pitch, get on base because I know the guy behind me is going to pick me up.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, probably this run, the Astros offensively, outside of probably that White Sox game, are stacking pitchers on starting pitching.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're back to the old Astros.
Just from the top of my head, I don't really remember a starter going 6, maybe then Quintana. Did Quintana?
Severino. A couple of the guys have gone 6 or 7 innings, but if they have, we've put on 4 or 5 runs on them.
Well, I
don't think there's been a quality start in a bit.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing. I think the other thing too is, who was the guy pitching the lefty for Toronto?
Starter?
Yeah,
Kikuchi?
Yes. The first time through, he was pumping 97.
Yeah.
I think that second time through, we are stacking pitch. I would like to see the numbers.
By the end of the game, he was down to like 94.
Yeah, but he was like at 60 pitches in the third.
Yeah.
Like obviously Bassett had 50 pitches in the second. Like these guys are just are grinding at, and this is like you said, what we've seen over the last 7 years is when this team is rolling offensively, they are going to be tough. I mean, tough outs.
When Yainer Diaz is working walks, your offense is doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That's not, whenever you see him doing that, you're like, okay, we're working these pitchers. They're nibbling. Yainer's like not swinging at the ball 2 feet above his eyes.
Yeah. I mean, and it starts with the big guy. Jordan is hot. Charles, you're right over on IG.
And absolute tear.
Altuve's stacking really, really. He's already like over his price pick line for season hits was 150. He's like at 110 already.
Oh, that was easy. So why didn't none of us take that?
Oh, I did, dude. I put it on that big 6 man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But like you're just it's very impressive. Jeremy Pena, who I think just needs if he's not an Astro for life, he needs to go play in Toronto because he just
Jordan. If I were the Blue Jays, I would trade everybody for Jordan and Pena. Just hope that they keep that up.
It is absurd to see how good this team is when there's not holes in the lineup. 1 through 9 are tough outs. One of the comments over on YouTube: winning games without the home run ball is more impressive at this part of the season. Some good form, some good from behind wins over the past 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, prior to this run, if the Astros were losing in the 7th, the game was over. Like we were not scoring in the 8th, and we were not scoring in the 9th. Now it just seems like teams can't. If you have the lead on the Houston Astros, you better put them away because
they're down 7-0.
7-0, just come storming back.
They almost
tying run on second, no outs.
Yeah.
And that's probably my only and the Espada detractors have been very silent over the last month and a half. I mean, the only thing, just baseball wise, they're not going to be perfect. These guys are not going to go, win the next 75 games. They're going to win a good majority of them, but you're going to lose games. It's baseball. That shredding Pena leadoff double could have been a game tying home run. They have the new wall out there. I don't know why you could say bunt the ball. I mean, Chad Green's throwing high, 97, 98 fastballs. It's hard to get on top of, get the bunt down. But pitch hitting, not having, I would have kept Dubon in there, the righty, just the guy that would bat to contact.
I was literally thinking that because
that was the only weird
one
contact.
From Joe. Dubon is good about it, at the very least,
getting
a ground
over,
ball to second base.
That was the only little thing. We'll jump into some of the comments. See over on IG. The
You want to get into
hearing
some
more
trade talks?
Yeah, we'll do this segment as trade talks. The Vlad Jr. and Christian Javier prospects, I don't know. That's not happening. I don't think the Vlad Jr. I think they want Vlad Jr. I think the asking cost because of Seattle, New York,
I want $1 million.
Of all these other teams are going to be too high. Just to drive the price up to get a Vladdy.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I think maybe like a Gavin Sheets, the tier 2, tier 3 guys you can go out and get a bat and platoon at first base. I don't know. I think the Vlad Jr. I do think Vlad Jr. could happen. I just don't think they have the prospect capital and major league capital to kind of make that move. The Christian Walker thing popped up. Christian Walker's been on my radar for the last 3 years. I mean, the Astros.
You have been saying that for 2 years.
I've been saying like every deadline, like Christian Walker's on the Astros big board. Christian Walker's on the. Just it never comes to fruition. Maybe this year when he's an impending free agent and he'll be a rental. But even then,
out of all the years, this might make the most sense for the Astros needs.
But I don't understand the dime. They're 2.5 out of the wild card.
Yeah, it would have to be. It would have to be major league ready. It would have to be a major league swap.
Yeah, it would
something that the Diamondbacks desperately need
to get.
MLB ready that helps them win now. So it would have to be. I don't know what they need though. I mean,
need pitching.
So it have to probably
what they really need is Corbin Carroll to wake up. It's crazy.
No, that's what
Corbin Carroll's at a .3 WAR on the year.
I can't believe it, man.
That's crazy.
Is it because it's his injury, right?
I think so. I think he's banged.
Just hasn't looked the same.
He's banged.
Yeah, I'd have to look. We'll do a full trade deadline deep dive. Trust me. Every year we do trade deadline live stream through the whole deadline. So tune in for that. But we're going to be talking a lot about all these trade things. I'll do more research, but potentially they could need a bullpen arm, maybe a starter.
Who the shows? I think
Diamondbacks.
Diamondback. Yeah, I don't think we can. Where the Astros would give to the Diamondbacks is a position the Astros need to backfill.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Tough.
So I don't,
unless they really want an outfielder.
Yeah, unless you move an outfielder. I just go get arms. 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 Get starters. Is over on YouTube. Sonny Salazar's Tucker's leg broken and the Astros not saying anything. Astros have been very, very quiet as they've always been. I think I've been saying it for 6 weeks. If this is your first time tuning in, I've said Kyle Tucker from the moment he hit that foul ball, he will not be playing until after the All-Star break. There's no meat. There's no meat on your shin. There's probably
it's just one of those things that's like
it's a bone.
There's nothing you can do. You can't
do.
make it heal faster.
Yeah.
You just have to let it, especially because it's load bearing. If it was like on his arm,
his
non-throwing arm, he probably could.
Dude,
be
nice
right now.
Load bearing, dude. You've been reading your injury report.
I trust me. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why isn't he back? So I read all this stuff on it, but. Yeah, I mean a deep bone bruise on a load-bearing limb.
I think there's a stress fracture, this hairline fracture, this in there. Just it happens. Like you just need the recovery, and it's usually 6 to 8 weeks.
Sit on his ass for a month or two.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, too, like Tucker comes back fresh. That's gonna be a shot in the arm. That's inquiring.
Honestly,
it's getting like an MVP talent.
Last year,
he was
gassed. WBC after the World Series before that. You could tell at the end of the year his legs were gone. A fresh Tucker this year, with where he's at in his career and his prime. I mean, you bring the Astros are in first place, and then you bring him on.
You get Justin Verlander back, and look, Justin Verlander's not turning the clock back and being a Cy Young guy. He's going to be a solid 2 and solid 3, where he's going to give you those 6, hopefully 7 innings. And I think we saw it with I think JV was also kind of banged up a bit because we just saw we said on the podcast he just looks so for the first time in this Houston run he seemed mortal.
Yeah,
like it was 5 innings at 100 pitches and he was fighting through it and just like, oh, this isn't the Justin Verlander we've seen. It was like a mortal Justin Verlander, and he was still getting wins and still an ERA under 3 or whatever it was.
it really clicked for me when he had that long battle
Against Contreras
Yeah,
against
he gave up
Brewers,
that
and he gave the
bomb.
home run.
I was like, man. Shout out Astros Flag World Tour. He said, hello, guys from El Salvador. I've been watching pretty consistently since I got here.
Oh,
6
that's
weeks
so
ago.
sick.
That's sick. Hell yeah.
That is so sick. Oh, you're controlling this.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, that's so awesome. Look at us. But we'll get your questions in, drop them in. We'll answer them as they go.
Trade questions.
I do want to talk about the Blue Jay series before we preview the Minnesota series. Taking 3 or 4 is huge. Obviously we talked about last episode the Hunter Brown start on Monday. You go in with who was after Spencer, who grinded. He made 3 bad pitches and they just got him. It just felt like you execute on those 3 pitches.
I think Spencer's a year behind Hunter as far as his development.
Yeah,
I don't think what Hunter's doing right now. I don't think we'll see out of Spencer. I think we'll see more of these tough starts, but then we'll also see a start where he figures it out. I think you just have to have your expectations there. He's a rookie. Like I don't think it's fair to expect 6-7 innings of 1-run ball out of him every time.
Yeah,
I think people get a little.
Yeah, it's very unfair to expect those. It's unfair to.
He's working through things. The league is adjusting to him. He's making those adjustments back. It's gonna be, it's gonna be some time to figure it out.
And the talent is there too. I mean, obviously it was the Rockies, the 10 punch out game, but when you play a Toronto who obviously is not that good this year, but their offense is still.
Yeah, their offense.
The offense can still go. It's their bullpen and their starting pitching. You're gonna live and die by the sword a little bit with Spencer. I mean, he's a rookie. He's gonna learn. He's gonna understand. He's gonna grow from it. Also, like, you just need Spencer to Spencer's almost your innings eater. Like, if he's your JP France of 2024.
Yeah.
What JP wasn't. JP had really good stretches.
Yeah.
He had some bad stretches. He had games where I think that Red Sox game he got banged for like 12 in like the first 2 innings. You're gonna have those. It's growing pains. But I mean, if Spencer can just stack.
It's really supposed to be your 5th starter. You only have 4 right now.
Spencer's not even supposed to be up this year.
No, I know. Yeah, like expectations got to be correct.
Yeah. So I think obviously, and over here on IG, the learning curve, right? He deserves the learning curve for a rookie. It's gonna happen, but he's also gonna grow from it. And we've been saying it on the podcast. Grow from the show. There's no better place for growth as a Major League Baseball player than Major League Baseball. So I think it's only going to make him better. Obviously, if the Astros go out and acquire more arms, that pushes him a bit. I mean, and if he turns into a bridge guy, he turns into your bridge guy. Like,
oh yeah, at worst, if he turns into a bullpen guy or what Hunter Brown was in 2022 in the playoffs, then sure, I'll take that.
So the more assets you can acquire, and hopefully I hope they make moves before the deadline, because I just feel like the deadline is going to be so damn drunk.
Yeah.
Then you can really just let him have that true developmental curve that you need from a rookie. One of the exciting things about over the last 2 weeks is kind of the Toronto series was big in the sense of that team is a fringe seller.
Yes.
Right? There's
and you kind of knocked them down.
You kind of knocked them down another tier to where I think they're going to sell. Because when we had this conversation last week, there was the Marlins, the Rockies, the White Sox, the A's, and the Angels as clear sellers. The Blue Jays are now 8.5 out from the last wild card spot.
In a tough division.
They're in a tough division.
The AL, there's a lot more. There's definitely at least four tougher wild card teams than them.
Correct.
So
that may force them into a seller. Your South Oklahoma Mickey Mouse champions are 8.5 back.
They're gonna sell.
Hey, Mr. Nate Eovaldi, you want to win another World Series? Let's come down I-45. That's my guy. Go get that arm.
Yeah, I want to hit it.
Go get that arm. Hey, come back home. Come back home.
Him,
All roads lead back home. And for Nate Eovaldi to come down 45, come to the good side.
he's from
And
Allen, right?
yeah, Alvin.
Just Alvin. Yeah.
A couple of new sellers have emerged. I think. I think the Cubs are going to sell. They're
They have
40
pieces.
and 48.
Yeah.
6 games back. The NL's kind of jumbled up. I think they sell. So when you play in these fringe teams, that's why I think this Blue Jays, because if like say the Blue Jays took 3 or 4, right?
Then they might.
Then they're like, well, we're gonna hold put. We're only 2 games back in the wild card.
I don't think they're at a decision yet, but we definitely helped push them
to a
in
decision
that direction. So hopefully they can lose some more games.
I would say Toronto. What's up with Nate Pearson?
Dude, I was looking at Pearson. How does he
former top prospect?
How does he have a 5 ERA?
I just think it's.
I don't know.
I think it's how he's used. If he
comes here, Astros pitching lab.
Hey,
the things
this is look. We're just whispering. If anyone in the front office is watching or listening right now, maybe just think about what.
Say, hey, throw this
Nate,
more.
Nate Pearson. Nate Pearson.
Work on it.
You throw 101, Nate Pearson. You have a changeup. How about a sinker? How about you do this?
I did see. He's like barely throwing a.
He's not throwing a sinker.
His sinker or his changeup.
Or his changeup.
What are you doing?
Hey, Nate Pearson. hey, James Click. Look, I know things. Look, James.
Yeah, talk to
James. James. This is just for James Click. James, I know me and you haven't seen eye to eye. Thank you for bringing a championship here. Thank you for just not rocking the boat and helping bring another championship here. But I don't know. Maybe Nate Pearson for I don't know. Maybe guy in the minors. Just help me help you, and you look good for your boss because they're about to clean house, James. And you're just in third tier advisor. This may help you become another GM. So maybe James Click, help me help you. Give me Nate Pearson.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You know what I'm saying? You don't think we're gonna take number 1 in the AL? Yep.
Yeah, I led the show. I think we're gonna. The Astros are gonna be the number 1 overall.
Noah, he said, "Hey, we turned Taylor Scott into a monster. I believe we could change anyone to an extent." I agree, and that this is where I'm like, there's some things I don't. We've had a lot of reason not to trust Crane and some of the front office with their free agent pickups of the past. But what I do trust is if Dana Brown in our pitching lab sees a reliever somewhere in the ethos and they're like, hey, let's grab this guy. I fully trust that guy's going to be a stud. They're going to make him be an elite relieving pitcher.
And it's kind of the same thing when Luna was here, where it was like when he'd make a trade, if he called, I would just immediately ignore it because it'd be like, what do they see that we don't?
Yeah.
When Dana signs someone, it's like, what does he see that we don't?
What's happening?
Because Taylor Scott deserves 1 to be an all-star.
He does.
2, he is your new fireman. And he joins a legacy of firemen in Houston. We should make a graphic of the firemen of Houston, because if it wasn't for the Will Harrises, the Brad Peacocks, the Abreu's, all these different guys that have been the firemen before Neris, the firemen before. Hey, you want the 8th inning role? You want the 9th inning role? You're going to be a fireman first.
Yeah.
You're going to learn and live and die by being burnt. And you know what? It only makes you better. And Taylor Scott is part of that legacy now. The Matons of the world, like the Stannies of the world. Like you have this arm that just he's pitching every day.
Yeah,
he's throwing. I'm worried. I'm just more worried about overuse.
Whether he's in the 5th or the 12th, like I trust him when he comes in.
He is your complete fireman, high leverage, 6th inning, 2, 3, 4. Taylor Scott.
Right.
7th inning, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Taylor Scott. 11th inning, he just threw the 10th inning. Taylor Scott. He is your American League All-Star. And I know. Look, I know relievers.
It's tough for relievers.
It's tough. He deserves it. Absolutely deserves it.
Shout out to the job that Brian King and Luis Contreras have done.
King and Contreras have been throwing dots.
King has allowed 1 run and 5 1/3 inning. Contreras has allowed alphabetical order here. 0 runs and 4 1/3.
Taylor Scott, 43 innings pitched, 41 punchies, a whip, a 1.031, an ERA for all you ERA people, a 1.44, a 5-2 record, and a 1.2 WAR. War's bad. War's bad, kids.
War in baseball is good.
But war in baseball is good for the soul. Put that on a shirt.
Let's preview this Minnesota Twins series.
Okay.
Correa.
The Correa series. They're playing good baseball.
When's the last time we played Correa and the Twins when Correa is hot? I don't think we have. I feel like every time we've played them, Correa's either been injured or he's been scuffling.
Have you seen? I'm gonna pull it up. His Savant page.
Is it all red?
Brother,
nasty. I know he's been nasty.
This is the Correa they paid for,
yeah.
And this is, I hate to say it, prime Correa. He's
still only 29?
Yeah, I mean this is literally what they paid all that money for.
Feels like he's been around forever and he's old, but he's only 29. He's younger than both of us.
I love him so much. I miss him. I miss him so much. He's got an 891 OPS, slugging 510, batting 311, 78 knocks, 10 bombs, and 251 at bats. And his baseball savant page is redder than the red wedding itself.
Yeah,
look at that shit.
And defensively too. He's
defensively,
still elite,
yeah. It just,
Jesus. That's who they paid for.
That is exactly who they paid for. And
they have a chance to chase the Guardians, I think.
Yeah.
They've gone to some nice. Didn't they go on like an 11-game win streak earlier this year?
Do you want to hear something crazy? For Correa, he is batting .345 against fastballs this year and batting .385 against sliders.
Jesus.
Having a tough time with sinkers. And that's about
so he's
a cutter.
Thrown about 3,000 sinkers.
He's batting .350 against changeups.
So Hunter Brown needs to throw.
Hunter Brown needs to throw nothing but sinkers to this.
Speaking of that,
this Carlos Correa.
The matchups we got today is the godforsaken bullpen day.
It is a bullpen day with you.
Decent.
You're pitching.
It worked decent last time. We got Dubin starting against Lopez, which Lopez is
hit or miss.
He has a 4.88 ERA this year, but when the Astros faced him last time, he destroyed us. Hunter Brown against Joe Ryan tomorrow.
Correa's about to be in the league for 9 years. That's crazy.
He's a Hall of Famer. Hunter Brown versus Joe Ryan, and then Spencer Arrighetti versus Wiz Richardson.
Is Correa a Hall of Famer?
He's on pace. I was just looking at it the other day. He's on pace.
I know he's going to be Hall of Very Good, bare minimum.
He's on pace. I mean, at his age right now, you never know with the age. He could fall off at 33, or he could keep going until 37. I don't know.
Wow.
He's on pace for it.
Okay. No, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing.
I wanted to talk about it.
I don't know why you're yelling.
No, it's crazy. I wanted to. We'll do this next Friday with Brian. I want to do it when Brian's in. But I'm going to give you all a list of active players, and you just give me your straight up like Hall of Fame or not.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of guys that I'm like, wow, they might be a Hall of Famer. Like Manny Machado is going to be a Hall of Famer. He's only 31. He's already got like 350 bombs. He's played elite defense.
You think Machado?
Yeah, dude. Look at his numbers.
Okay, I'll look at his numbers, dude. Why are you yelling?
Brian's not here. Somebody's got to do it.
Manny Machado. Baseball. Okay. I'm not. I just want to look. Just want to take a peek. Career 55 WAR.
Yeah.
280 average, 324 home runs, almost 1,000 RBIs.
He's at 1,800 hits.
1,800. So if he gets to what, 2,500 hits, 400 home runs.
He'll get past 400 home runs.
450.
Yeah, he might get to 450.
Damn. Yeah, you're probably right.
He's gonna have similar-ish stats to like Bagwell.
Damn.
As an elite third baseman.
Did Manny ever win MVP? No.
I don't think so.
6-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove, Source Slugger Platinum Glove.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting.
Trout, biggest bust of all time. People forget how great Trout was. Yeah, Trout Trout's a Hall of
He
Fame.
could only play like 2 more seasons. His whole
Trout
career.
could, I really think people post COVID forget how prime Mike Trout. Golly, he was.
Yeah.
I
Injuries fucking suck. He would have been the best player of all time if he didn't get.
will say this: I think Astro fans are a little bit blind to how Hall of Fame worthy Mike Trout is because the Astros have owned him his entire career.
Every time we've seen him,
I think
we destroy him.
I think Mike Trout's like career stats against Houston, like he's batting like 250. Yeah, I think it's the worst
against any team.
But yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Prime,
he's already
prime Trout.
He's already
so
in like
good.
the top 50 WAR of all time.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah.
He's insane. Jumping into the bullpen game against Pablo Lopez.
Yep.
Lopez is either going to strike out 10 or he's going to be out by the third.
I didn't put a single bet on the Astros today
because it's tough.
Just like other than I think I did do something with Jordan because he's gonna break no matter what, but you just never know with Pablo Lopez against the Astros. He could go 8 and allow like 2 hits and 1 run, or he could go 4 and the Astros could get to him. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and bullpen games are different, right? Like every guy that comes in has to be on. Like one guy fucks up, game's wash.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be interesting because you had the bullpen game. It went Dubin had 3 innings of no hit ball, and then
4.
He went 4.
He went 4.
Handed it to Seth.
Handed to Seth, I think. Yeah.
I thought someone else was between him to Seth.
Was that the Mets?
It was the Mets. That was the rain delay game.
It was
Dubin.
Give me the box score.
To someone to Seth, I thought, and then Seth gave up the no hitter.
Dubin to 3 1/3. King for an inning and 2/3.
And that was a no hit ball. Dubin and King had no hits.
Yeah, no hits. And then Seth gave up 2 in 1 inning.
Someone pitched.
Abreu came in,
gave up 2
in 1 inning. Then Presley 1 inning,
and then
no hits.
Then Taylor Scott
came in
for 2,
gave up an unearned run, and Contreras closed it out.
You can get there.
Good news is
you got to bang.
Who pitched yesterday?
You got to bang.
Who's available on the bullpen?
Spain, Germany 1-1.
Oh shit! I took the over 1.5. How about that?
Good hit.
So Presley and
was
Hader
Adolis on steroids, seeing how bad his stats are now. Allegedly. I can't say anything.
Scott, Presley, and Hader went yesterday, and I think Abreu pitched the game before that.
Okay.
So you have.
So you could go the big 3.
So Seth hasn't pitched in a bit.
So Seth's your long
Scott's
guy.
Unavailable. It's probably going to be
everyone else. So
it's probably going to be Dubin and then Contreras. I would guess Contreras is going to come out first. I would believe, and then you have, or maybe Seth first, and then Contreras to bridge you to the big 3 at the end.
And I think one of the big things on the turnaround right has been Yordan Alvarez just emerging, showing it may be Judge's league, but it's Yordan's year. Like,
wow, what a bar! Yeah,
there's one guy that does it in October and one guy that does nothing.
Exactly.
Until it's proven otherwise.
The pace the Yankees are at right now, they might not make it to October.
They're gonna
4-13.
They're gonna be in October.
No, they will.
They're gonna be in October.
I'm not trying to get a clip here. I think they'll make a wild card at minimum.
It's when the big guy is going the way he is. You saw it. They literally were walking him to force the bases loaded. It was Barry Bonds.
Walked him twice and hit him twice yesterday.
Because he homered in 3 straight games in Canada.
I took his fantasy score on PrizePicks. It was at 9,
and he got it with no hits.
He got it with no hits.
No hits.
he got like he scored a run.
Yeah,
and then he got two hit by pitch and 2 walks. I was like, what the
hell? We'll jump. Waiting for Caleb, waiting for Tuck. Yeah, I think after All-Star break for sure, ease him back into it. Hey, look who joined. Lima 17.
Watching.
Look who's watching. He's got his feet up, relaxed. He's probably at the pool right now. He's probably. I'm not gonna dox him where he's at. He's probably at some fancy pool with this little margarita, little Lima 17. But this offense goes by the big guy, right? It's no secret. But Breggy and Altuve are they're forcing every single team to pitch to the big guy because
Mhm.
they're constantly getting on base. And
then if Diaz is behind him,
who
he's coming through.
is coming through?
Yeah.
I mean,
Diaz and Pena, whoever gets slotted in behind.
you get Tucker back. You put I don't know. You put Tucker behind Jordan now. Like now that the offense
I
is
don't
going,
hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah.
it gets fun. So I think going into the series, I think it's a good test this weekend for the Astros in the sense of momentum, keeping that sustained momentum. It's tough. Like you're almost feeling all right. Reset for another series, like another win streak. But these guys just keep stacking series and stacking series and stacking series, and you keep doing that, and man, you got to feel like you're in a good spot post All-Star break. You get to go home after this series. Miami for 3, Rangers for 4?
Miami for 3, Rangers for 4.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, go into Minnesota and take 2 or 3. A place where the Astros hit well. I mean, we had that famous big ass comeback. I forgot what year that was when they scored like 20 runs.
Twins. It was 2017.
The Astros
Memorial
hit
Day.
good. The Astros hit good at Target Field.
Yeah.
And you have the Blue Jays obviously going to Seattle, so hopefully they can figure that out. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of teams are holding on for the All-Star break, and the Astros are like, let's keep playing, let's keep going, keep going, and that's exciting. It's got to be exciting for the fan base. I think Ronald Blanco should be your AL starter in the All-Star game. I guess we'll figure that out Sunday. Who's the reserves and who's the starting pitcher, the pitching staffs? I think that's
Sunday.
When they said that. I think if that's announced, that next home start against Miami or the Rangers, he should get a standing ovation. Like,
I agree.
Like the fan, like he needs.
Hopefully,
Ronell
he has enough wherewithal. To
somewhere. Yeah, I like that, dude.
I have a question before we end this off.
Okay,
it's for a clip.
If
you want to pull up a baseball reference to help you with this, you can.
I don't need no help, dog. Okay.
All right. Build an Astros team.
Okay.
All time.
Each
position.
Okay.
You cannot repeat the same last name, same letter that starts the last name. So you can only pick one killer bee.
Oh.
You can only pick one name that starts with an A. So Altuve and Jordan. You got to pick one.
Oh, I don't like this.
So you build a whole team, not repeating the first letter of the last name.
Okay.
And I can help you with names.
I'm just creating the best 1 through 9.
Best 1 through 9, each position. You want to start at a base?
Yeah. I'll just go Altuve.
Okay. Second base, Altuve.
Bagwell.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can't
use B or A.
Okay.
I feel like
go Oswalt, pitching.
Okay.
Correa, shortstop.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like you got through the easy ones.
Springer,
center field. Can't use Bregman at third base.
I know.
Or Caminetti.
Innsberg.
Okay, there you go.
Hidalgo.
Right field. Or left field, I guess.
Can't use. Okay. I need a left fielder. And I need a catcher and a DH. Left fielder, catcher, DH.
Well, there's a right fielder for the Astros that you could put in there.
Oh, I'll put Hidalgo in left. I'll go Tucker in right.
Okay.
Have I used D?
No.
Diaz.
Yander Diaz. Okay.
I just need a DH.
You need a DH. You've used A, B, C, D, E, S, T, H.
Oh, fuck. Can I trade?
No. For what? Yeah, I mean, if you want.
I'll go Morgan, second base.
Joe Morgan? Wow. Okay.
Jordan DH.
Kicking Altuve off the team.
No, I can't do that. 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 Okay, no. Okay, no. I already locked him in. Altuve. I need DH. Who's the best bat? Like high. I mean, is it? It's a 1 year. Like their best stats.
Sure.
I feel like I got to go Gaddis.
Evan Gaddis.
Hold on. I haven't locked it in. It's not a final answer.
There's a lot of good Astros hitters.
I know. I feel like I'm. Can I look? Can I look up?
That's why I said you might want to pull baseball reference up.
This is a good question. Okay. All time.
I thought about doing it where you have to use the same letter, but then I was like,
yeah, you would just use B.
You would have to use B, and then I don't know who's your catcher.
Oh, I could have used Nolan Ryan.
You could have. Well, Oswald's a good pick.
I feel like I was gaslighting me, but
I mean, it is a good pick.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I can't use Biggio.
No.
I can't use Cruz.
No.
Can't use Cedeno.
No.
Can't use Berkman. Oh, I think
the ABCs
I
take
got
a
it.
lot.
I can't use Bregman. I gotta go. I think I gotta go Jimmy Wynn.
Jimmy Wynn. I was
I
wondering.
think I think I gotta lock in Jimmy Wynn as my DH.
Okay.
You know Terry's 14th overall.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
I almost put him on that thing I did. That
Terry's got a better career WAR than Springer as an Astro.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit, Terry. It's my guy. Okay, yeah, I like that.
Back up, Terry.
I guess my closer. I'll go.
You can't do Wagner. You can do Lidge, I guess.
I'll go lights out Lidge. I win. I think I win I win a game. I win a lot of games.
Oh, that team is nasty.
I win a lot.
Yeah.
I win a lot. Huh. That was tough. That was a little okay.
Well, brain teaser.
That was
brain teaser action. End out the pod.
The Houston Astros take on the Minnesota Twins. Predictions? Feedback?
This might be the only series we could lose before the All-Star break.
Ooh. That's a fair take. This feels like a trap. It feels like a trap, like a Vegas trap game.
This is here's where I'm at.
We're looking ahead, and I feel like we're underestimating.
Here's where I'm at. This looks like a series you should not win, based on pitching matchups, where guys are at. You got Spencer going in a bullpen day. That's tough. It's tough against decent pitchers too. If they win the series or sweep, it's over for the league. Like, what are we doing?
I didn't even think about that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, like, just this is a series on paper that they should probably lose. You're gonna lose series in the season. Like, it's gonna happen. You never want to predict it, but you also don't ever want to be like, oh, I'm gonna predict the Astros to win every series of the season. Like, that's impossible. But if they do pull this off, because I think the Twins honestly are a tougher matchup for the Astros than like the Orioles were on paper, as far as matchups, especially with
how the schedule falls.
Yeah, with how the schedule falls, with their bullpen. Twins have a kind of nasty bullpen.
Okay, that's a fair take.
I would probably pencil in winning the Hunter Brown game and the other two
are toss-ups.
Yeah, the other two are toss-ups, but
slightly favored too.
Yeah, but I would be very happy.
I mean, yeah. It feels like a trap. It feels a little bit like a trap game, which is fine. I'm gonna look at the offshore book right now and see just what the odds are for today's game. The Astros are plus $125.
Yeah, the Astros are not favored.
In a bullpen game, you expect that, but still, I thought it'd be a little bit higher. Vegas is definitely calculating how hot this team is.
I almost took it. I think I did take it in
plus 125.
Yeah. I think I took it in a parlay for.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put a little sprinkle on there. A little sprinkle. It's baseball. Anything can happen. Yeah, I think Jalen over on IG, I think realistically 2-1 series. Yeah, 100%. Let us know in the comments before we tune off who you guys want us to focus on for our trade deadline content that's going on. I think we'll just probably do small individual episodes of potential.
Oh, like on each player?
Yeah, just on a little
that.
profile,
Yeah.
profile piece or a 60-minute.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, leave a 5-star review. Let us know. And obviously every Friday is our live show starting at noon. Obviously the other episode Beyond the Diamond comes out on Tuesdays. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, that little bell, and lets us know that you guys love what we're doing. So obviously can't have any of this without our sponsors. Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, specials throughout the week. They're doing the $1.50 beers at happy hour. I believe it's the Bud Light deal this month. The 2 for Tuesdays, the Burger Wednesdays, everything in between. Obviously, they treat you right. They treat you like family. We love them. Shout out to Sam and everyone over at Big City Wings. Probably go over there this weekend to sneak and watch a little baseball game and have a good little weekend lunch. And Kobe Stevens, the apparel that they've been able to put out is crazy. They just had a 4th of July special. If you can go over there, they have a 15% off for first-time buyers. They have the resort line, their golfing line, women's line, clothing, kids, youth line, hats, T-shirts. They're a lifestyle brand, not just a golf apparel line. So shout out to our friends over at Kobe Stevens and Jesse's Burgers. Jesse's Burgers over on the north side, up northeast side, actually, up 59. We're going to go up there next week. I go Josh, a meal, smash burgers, shakes. Your shakes on you, Bubba.
Okay.
Your shakes on you. I'm going to get you a burger, but the shakes on you.
That's fine.
I'm going to go the strawberry shake. I'm a sucker for strawberry shake, dude.
I love a good shake.
There's
good,
nothing like a good shake on a hot day.
Yeah,
dude.
Go in. Oh yeah.
Just,
I mean, you can't bring it outside because
no, absolutely,
it'll just be soup.
You can't do that. But shout out to Jesse's Burgers as well. We'll drop all their details in the comments below, as well as Kobe Stevens and Big City Wings. But that is our live show every Friday at noon. Everyone stay safe. I don't know where you are. A hurricane looks like it's going to be barreling down on us. So call the mayor.
Stay safe. Stock up on some water.
Call the mayor. Play in the parade. There's a hurricane bearing down on us.
Hurricane Astros bearing down on the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Someone needs to tell Jim Cantori to go to the Major League Baseball office because there's a storm brewing. There's a storm brewing. It's a Hurricane Stros. I mean, we're back. Look, the Astros are winning. There's a hurricane in the Gulf.
Houston's back.
Houston's back. What else can you ask for? History repeats itself.
Yep.
The Astros keep winning. Take us out, Joshua.
Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond the Diamond Live every Friday at noon. Brian should be back with us next week. I'm Josh. That's Dez. And we'll see you next week.
Peace. Love you guys.
Go Stros.
Go Stros. Watch baseball. Watch Stros.